me when.
Okay, you guys, we're recording.
We are recording. Okay. So hello, everyone, and welcome to a new program that we're doing. If you don't know who we are, I'm Kristen Ingalls. I'm an SSD for a group called Wickless Luster. And then we also have Colleen Regan, who's a freaking bomb-ass star director. I already said ass, and this is like 2 minutes into it. And then we've got Courtney, who's also a star director. So we've got some exciting stuff that we want to share with you guys. This program is going to be bomb, okay? It's going to be bomb. It's called Refresh, Reflect, and Renew. And what I really like about this program is it's going to be short and sweet and straight to the point. It's going to bring us back to the basics and how to build a base with your business. That way, especially like when life happens and things go wrong and things go crazy, you have that base in your business, and so you're so mechanical about it that no matter what life throws at you, you can still work, you can still be efficient, you can still make money. So that's kind of where we're going with this. And then today, the first thing that we're going to talk about is goals, not goals, dreams. Colleen, on task. The first thing that we're going to talk about is dreaming big and like why dreams are so important. So going back kind of to this program though, this is only going to be a week long. It's going to be short and sweet. We're going to have 3 separate calls, and then we're going to have a couple little things of homework along the way. So it's going to be very fast. And if you can stay with us and stay with the program, it's going to change your business no matter what. Okay, but you've got to stick with it. You've got to put the time in. These are not going to be long calls. They're going to be short calls. Homework is not going to take you a long time, but it's going to be something that's going to move you in the right direction to being a good business owner. So the homework's going to be quick also, but it's going to be a very quick program. And we'll tell exactly what the program is going to be like on the page that we're creating as well. Okay, that you guys obviously are already on if you're watching this call. So there's that. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is dreaming. Sorry, my ADD is seriously kicking.
That's okay. We all have
dreaming big. It's so bad, especially when you're an adult. Okay, dreaming big. Now, the first thing I want you guys to really think about is, what are your dreams? What are your aspirations? I think that a lot of us don't dream deep enough. Instead, we stay close to the surface because it's a comfort zone for us. We're like, oh, I want to pay off this credit card in a month or something like that. Like something, and not saying that paying off a credit card is not a dream, but I want you guys to really, really, really dream. And I actually wrote down a couple examples of dreams that I can think of, because I feel like some of us don't even know what dreams are. Like we have no idea because we've been running for so long and living for everyone else that we don't dream for ourselves. We dream for our family. We dream for maybe our business. We dream for maybe another business. We dream for all these other things, and we don't even know what we should be dreaming for ourselves. So number 1, a dream house. Maybe you've never thought of owning your forever home. That's a big thing for some people. I don't have my forever home right now. Eventually, that's probably going to be a big dream for me and something that I really want for me and my kids. Right now, it's not my wheelhouse. A dream car. I just bought my dream car, which is crazy, a week ago at the age of 36. That's huge. That was a dream of mine. It was on my dream board for a year and a half now, and now I have it. Maybe a dream job. Maybe there's something you've always wanted to do, and you've never done it because life gets in the way. A vacation. People dream about certain vacations. I would love to go to Fiji. I would love to go to the Maldives. That's like my biggest place I would love to go to someday. A baby. Maybe you want a baby. Maybe you want to do
you were saying you
don't
baby. I was like,
I don't know what's happening here. Maybe you want to be debt free. Oh gosh. Okay.
Moving on.
Maybe you want to be debt free. That's a dream. Okay. When I was writing that, I was actually thinking of Courtney, because I feel like I've heard her say that a lot. She wants to be debt free. That's huge, y'all. Maybe you want your kids to go to private school. That's a dream. That's something that, you know, could shape your kids in a different way. If you don't live in a great school zone, that can be a dream for you. Not living paycheck to paycheck. That was a big dream when I first started with this company. And now y'all, I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I have money that I put aside every single month in savings and for my taxes. To be able to say that in this life is huge, because so many people scrape together enough pennies every single month just to pay their water bill, their electric bill. They don't have any money afterwards. That's it. They're done. And that's a bad feeling. I lived that way for so long. The way I bought my car, to be very honest, because I do want to talk about finances in this call, I was able to put down 20% on that car. You know how I did that? With Scentsy. With Scentsy. It wasn't with my nursing job. I make okay money at nursing, but I mean, I have this house and I have these kids and I have all this other stuff. If it wasn't for Scentsy money, I wouldn't have been able to buy that car. If it wasn't for Scentsy money, I wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage right now. If it wasn't for Scentsy money, my kids would not have had the Christmas that they had. Scentsy is a blessing financially. It's a blessing in a lot of other ways, but it's definitely a blessing financially. So I want you to really think about, what are your dreams? There's things that are deep down inside you that you're afraid to pull to the surface because you're afraid that you're never going to get there. Nursing school was a dream for me. It was a huge dream for me, but it was scary. I mean, I was freaking 27 years old. It was scary. I had 2 toddlers at home, but it was a dream. And I was afraid to say it. And then finally, when I let it out and I was like, I'm going to do this. Then I had to make goals along the way, which is something that we're going to talk about in a bit. But you've got to speak those dreams out. You've got to write them down. You've got to put them somewhere. You've got to put them on your phone, which we're going to talk about homework in a little bit. You've got to put them somewhere that you can see them, that you can touch them, that they're tangible, so that you don't forget about them. Because you're worth dreaming, and you're worth dreaming for. So that's all I got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next? This is exciting.
Yeah, I'll go. So as far as dreaming, there's a lot of things that go into play. Like Kristen said, when you're in nursing school, so I'm a nurse as well, and when you're in nursing school, your dream is just to be done with nursing school, completed, made it out alive, and then there's this big dream about being this amazing nurse, and nursing is wonderful, and we're going to make so much money and save all the lives. And for a very long time, that was my dream. Now, it's okay when your dreams shift, because I still love being a nurse. Don't get me wrong. It was worth every penny and everything else. I love helping people, but this is not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, for sure. And I'm okay with saying that. And I think that we need to get more comfortable with people saying that they're not in their ideal job right now. And some people find it almost as part of their daily conversation to kind of think that they're better than Scentsy, and having Scentsy as their full-time dream. And I now can say confidently for the past 1.5 to 2 years that I want Scentsy as my full-time dream. I want Scentsy to be my full-time income. And the way I'm going to get there is by lots of hard work. So for me, my dream is to be a future stay-at-home mother, to make the hours that I want to make, to work the hours that I want to work, to be involved with my kids. And a big dream of mine that I had when I was a young girl, and I remember, and it didn't really come back to the surface until a couple of months ago, is that I wanted to open up a cafe when I was younger. And I love to cook. I wanted to be like this little soup cafe with espresso and wine and just really casual, like a Sunday family dinner type of place, but 5-6 days a week, because that's what makes me happy. And when you're dreaming, you have to remember, what is it that makes you happy? What is it that makes you get up in the morning? Because I can honestly tell you, waking up at 4 a.m. to go to my job every day does not make me happy. I love my job. I don't love getting up because someone's telling me I have to get up and get there by a certain time. So for me, for dreaming, you really just need to stay focused and realize that there's so much more out there, and there's more than what you were told all your life that you're supposed to do and supposed to have because other people tell you that that's your path. And be the one that kind of breaks away from the path, that makes your own path, that, is the one that's the exception. You're not the rule, you're the exception. Don't be afraid to make waves in life. Another goal that I had, another dream, is Kristen had said it earlier, I want to be debt free. I'm going to be a little honest with you guys, because this is what this program is about, is that we're going to be real and raw with you guys. when we were younger, we lost our house. Okay. Bills weren't paid. That has been a fear of mine. It was auctioned off. I have nothing, no pictures when I was a kid. I have no toys. I have nothing from when I was a child up until about when I was 18 years old on my own. So for me to be debt free, to not have to be a slave to someone else paying bills, and that chance of losing something is a really big driving force in my business. And I think that there's many people that have that same fear and that same goal. They want to be debt free, but maybe look deeper into why you want to be debt free. So for me, that's my number one driving force. And yes, did I get myself in a little bit of a financial mess at times? Absolutely. I was young and stupid and I grew from it. And I also had fun, okay? Because life is too short. You got to have some fun sometimes. But my goal is to be debt free completely, to not worry about losing anything. And Scentsy has allowed me to pay those bills, and I am down to 2 credit cards. One is a very small amount and one is not a very small amount. But I have managed to pay off 4 credit cards this past year with Scentsy money alone. So,
Incredible.
yay to me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be losing anything.
Absolutely incredible.
Colleen, you're up.
So I think that, not to get so much into financials, but, we do want you to know, and we're speaking about this specifically because money isn't spoken about so openly within Scentsy. And we want you to just know what your potential is. And you can say it out loud if your dream, let's be real, like in life, a lot of what we want, aside from pure happiness or love, is most likely materialistic in some sort of sense, whether it's, a dream house you want. It all boils down to financials. With me and my goals, a lot of them are. So we are saying these things because you guys know us and we're just like you, or you've grown up with us, or, we're tangible people that you know in real life. And to know what financially Scentsy has done for us, when I joined, I just didn't want to live check to check like I did growing up. I didn't want to live the way my parents lived. I did not want that for myself. And I always wanted to own my own home. And Mark and I were working toward that forever and ever and ever. And he doesn't make bad money, but it was like, we were these hamsters in a wheel, just going and never getting ahead. And then I joined Scentsy and we came out of debt. We came out of living check to check, and we were able to put our money down cash from Scentsy for our first home this past June. And you guys, that was a dream of mine that was on my dream board for 3 years before it happened. But I kept my eye on it, because you know what? Your dreams, you guys, should be what burns you, should be what pushes your happiness and whatever you want. Don't be afraid to think about the things that you really want inside of yourself, whether it's something from when you were a child, whether it's something that you really want for your family. Why are you afraid to say it out loud, what you really want? Is it because you're just trying to do what everybody else does, and everybody else goes to a 9-to-5 job, and everybody else gets health benefits, and everybody else, is miserable, but they do it? Why? Because you have to pay bills. Well, you can pay your bills through Scentsy if that's what you're worried about. That's not an issue at all. So whatever it is that's going to push your happiness, you have one shot at this life. We get older every single day. It's 2020. We want you guys to reflect, refresh, and renew, because 2019, what were your dreams? Did you say them out loud, or did you just think about them? Did you work toward them? Because it's going to go hand in hand with goals, which, Kristen can talk about right now with goals. If you don't have dreams backing your goals, you're not working with motivation. You're working to work. You're not working with any kind of passion or it's anything to work toward. You're just working. And if you don't have dreams to push your goals, then it doesn't matter what you do or don't do. There's nothing holding you accountable or making you happy at the end of the day.
That's so true. It's crazy. I knew how much money I wanted to put down on my car. So I literally worked like a psycho to get that money put aside because that was my dream. So I made goals along the way to get there. And now it's like, to be honest, I'm like, what do I want next? Like, what is my next dream? What is going to be my driving force? And I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I told you guys this the other night. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I really want to go back to school to be a nurse practitioner. And that's something that sounds crazy because I'm 36 years old, but I love nursing, but I love a different part of it than what I'm in. And I know in order to do that, I'm going to have to work like a psycho in Scentsy to pay for school because I don't want to go to school and have loans and bills and all this stuff. Like, I've got to support my family, work as a nurse, but then also I do want to do this. But I have to do a certain thing with Scentsy so that it can support me so I can cut back at my hours at my job, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like, you have to come up with your next dream. Like Colleen said, if you don't have a dream that is so deep and so rooted in the ground, it doesn't matter if you make goals or not, you're not going to meet them because you have nothing driving you. Nothing is driving you. So you can say till you're blue in the face that you're going to be on here for this program, and you're going to say that you're going to take the stuff that we tell you and you're going to run with it and you're going to do all these things. But if you don't have a dream backing all of those things, you're going to fizzle after about a month at the most. It might be 2 weeks. It might be a day. But if you don't have a dream backing all that stuff, everything that we say doesn't matter. That's why we're starting with this, because you have to have something rooted in the ground that gets you up every single morning, that gets you up when you don't want to do anything. You've got to have something there. So talking about goals, short-term and long-term goals, just kind of to tell you guys a couple things that I do along the way every single month. My goal every single month is 1,000 PRV every week. I make that goal. I used to make a goal of 2,000 every single month. That was always my goal. However, I would get like halfway, a quarter way into the month, and my PRV would be like 700, and I would be like, oh shoot, I better hustle if I want to get to 2K. And then I would end at like 1,700 every single month. I did this for 5 years. And then finally, I was like, what is wrong with my PRV? What needs to be different? And that's what you got to do in your business too. You've got to reflect on where you are and where you want to be and figure out what is lacking there. My thing that was lacking was that I wasn't making short-term goals. A month for me is not a short-term goal. My short-term goals are a week. Because when I look at the month on my calendar, I get stressed out, I get overwhelmed, I cannot do it, I shut down, and I die. So for me, I have to make a weekly goal. My goal every single week is 1,000 PRV. Since I changed that, my PRV every single month since like, shoot, I don't even know, maybe June, even earlier, April, has been almost 4,000 every single month. And that's because I changed my goals. My short-term goals changed. They had to. I had a dream of getting a Range Rover. They had to change. My goals changed. You have to make short-term goals. That's either going to be a week for you. It's going to be a month for you. Maybe it's going to be 3 months for you. Shoot, what do you want to do in 3 months? Do you know that if you work like a damn star consultant every single month, if you don't know what a star consultant is, look it up. What do you have to have? How many active people? What does your TWV need to be? If you work towards that every single month, that can be a short-term goal every single month for 3 months. You will promote to director within 6 months. I promise you. But you have to work towards that every single month. And that's a goal. So you got to make short-term goals. You got to make long-term goals. My long-term goal this past year was to have a group of 1,000 by the end of the year. We were at almost 900, and then we dipped a little bit back. So we were close, y'all. We were really close. That was a goal of mine. Mm-hmm. But you've got to make short-term and long-term goals.
Right. I think with goals too, you know, I do where I want to be. This is a great time for you guys as well to think about. It's a new year. It's a perfect time to goal set, right? And like Kristen said, you have to have that long-term goal of where you want your business or your life, whatever it is, to be at the end of the year, and then you break it down. And I do monthly goals. So for my business in particular, I'll think about, okay, I want to aim for 2,500 PRV every single month. Okay. So I break it down because I do home parties, because we're a party planning business, by the way. I break it down into home parties. So I will then open up my calendar, which we'll get into in front loading and sales and all that. But I break it down into my goals into parties in PRV, so that I know when I open up to front load, I know that I have 2,500 PRV is my goal for the month. How many for the very, very least, you guys, okay? Like 5 to 700 PRV per party. So that means what? I've got to book 4 parties, right? Let's just say 4 or 5 parties. And then I know when I'm sitting down, that's what I have to work toward. That's what I have to do when I'm sitting down to work my business, because those are what my goals call for. Okay. So you got to break it down, and then break it down even more. So you know whatever it looks like for you, so that it registers for you and that you comprehend and it resonates, however that works for you. But you've got to break it down. Give yourself a long-term goal to work toward. And the only way you're going to meet that long-term goal is by breaking it down and pulverizing it until you can make it into actions and move.
Yeah. So to kind of just piggyback what they just said, you really have to know what your goals are going to be. Write them down, put them in existence, put them on a Post-it if it's on your mirror, somewhere that you see something every single day. Put it, as your screensaver on your phone, wherever it is that you're going to see it in your face. It's like when you're trying to fit into a dress, right? People say, I have to fit into this dress. I'm going to hang it up on my closet so I see it every single day. Or I'm going to hang up a picture of me in this dress on my refrigerator. So every time I go to get the ice cream, I'm going to be reminded that I probably shouldn't do that. That's my goal. So you should be treating your business the same. Another thing that's a really big component of reaching those goals that we talk about, but we don't talk about enough, is having your support system, guys. So in order to have these goals met, you need to know that you need to surround yourself by like-minded people, which is your Scentsy family, okay? You need to surround yourself with people that are positive, inspiring, and motivational.
Yeah.
Get rid of everyone else in your life that's not.
Yeah.
Honestly, harsh, but true. There's no time for that, not only for your business, but for your regular life, right? Why do you want to be around negativity and people? There's enough judgment in this world. You don't need your circle judging well. So you cannot possibly fulfill those goals by yourself 100%. There's no way, and you shouldn't have to. So surround yourself with people that are uplifting, that help you with your business, whether it's your family, your friends, your husband, whoever, your assistant, I don't care who it is. Remember why you started, put those goals into existence in front of your face, and break them down into smaller attainable goals every single week, every single day, however it works for you. Just find something that works for you and stick with it.
Right.
Because one thing I think that we all should really remember, and I thought of this earlier, is how many times do you at like your regular job and things go not the way that you wanted? Can you just quit right then and there? You can't, right? Well, you can, but then you're not going to get a paycheck. So how many times do you have to stick things out because you know that it's just a bad day? It's going to get better. This person's not going to be in my office forever. You really should start treating your Scentsy business like that. When you hear a no, when you hear someone say something negative, are you going to give up right then? No. Am I going to give up being a nurse because someone was annoying me for the day? No. I'm not going to do that with my Scentsy business either. So really just keep that in mind. Treat it like your 9-to-5 job that we all love so much.
I just learned so much from both of you. It's crazy. And I was like writing notes. One thing to piggyback off of what you guys said before we go into expectations, one thing that really has helped me since I joined Scentsy were the incentive trips that they offer.
Yes.
Like those have been a goal. Like every single one that comes out, I'm like, damn, I'm going to freaking do this.
Yep.
And it's always a goal. And I always get there because I make a plan along the way of how I'm going to get this, how I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. And y'all, like when you're watching this call, what you need to realize is that Scentsy gives us these freaking incentives every year that you should be working towards. Because even if you can't go on the trip, you're going to get cash. You'll get cash. Okay. Another goal along the way, annual mentor, annual sales. That's something that every single year I strive for. I've never, ever tried to get annual sales, ever. It's never been a goal of mine. However, this year I'm like, I'm freaking getting it, and I'm on track to get it now. Annual mentor, I got every year except for last year. This year, I should definitely have it because I've made a goal of that. You have, and those goals build your business organically when you do it. When you work towards an incentive, you're building your business organically. When you're working towards annual sales, annual mentor, you're building your business along the way. So these are easy goals that Scentsy sets for us that we can either choose to work towards or not. It's very simple. Moving into expectation.
Well, can I say something really
Yes,
quick? Because
please.
even if you don't hit your goals, you're still making incredible progress, you guys. Because if you're working toward your goals, okay, you're not going to be disappointed. Because you guys are scared to fail. You're scared to say things into existence because you'll fail. If you're not doing anything, you're failing. I'm sorry. You're letting yourself down because you want something more and you're just not going after it because you're scared you're going to fail, or you're scared in general. Okay? But you should be scared of sitting in the same spot. Okay? Work toward your goals. Work toward your goals, and if you don't hit them, I guarantee you're going to come pretty damn close to it, and you're still going to be happy with the end result.
Yeah. Amen.
Yep.
Okay. Expectations. So expectations is literally like, if you expect to become a director in 2020, you need to expect to put legit time and effort into your business. You can say all day, I'm going to become a director in 2020. All right, well, how are we going to do it, boo-boo? Like, what are we going to do? If that's your dream, that's freaking badass. I love that. Well, maybe your dream is to make a certain amount of money. Your goal is to become a director in order to get there so you can make that $2,000 paycheck every single month, hopefully. Hopefully, not saying that always happens to the director, but it can. It's very possible. And but hopefully, but you know, how are you going to get there? If you expect to do this in your business, you also have to expect that you're going to put the time and effort into it. Okay. Yep. This is not something that's going to fall into your lap. It's not just going to be handed to you. You have to expect that you're going to put time and effort into it. And it's going to start with this program. It's going to start with coming up with a dream, something that you really, really want out of life. And then you're going to have to break it down, like Colleen was saying, with short-term goals along the way in order to get to that dream. But the expectation has got to be, you're going to have to put time and effort in. And like Colleen said, you don't want to be here. Like, think about it like this. 2020 just started. What was it that you wanted to do in 2019? Maybe you wanted to do it in 2016, 17, 18, and 19. And you've been sitting there, not doing anything, keep saying, oh, I'm going to do that this year. Well, guess what? The year's gone. Life is short. I'm going to be 37 in like 2 months. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that I'm going to be 37. Y'all, life is short. It goes by so fast, and we all want so many things, but then we just stay still and we don't move. In order to get to these places, the expectation is going to have to be to move. And to really, and honestly, I'm just going to be really honest for 2 seconds. I hit SSD in 2 years. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? And I feel like a lot of people listen to what I say and they're like, oh, maybe I should do that. Maybe I shouldn't. Do what I'm telling you to do. Do what Colleen, who's a star director, which is a freaking insane title, who's going to become an SSD this year. Courtney, same thing with her. Okay? They know what they're talking about. They have built a base in their business that even when the holidays come, even when things happen, their businesses still run because they built this base. You got to build the base first. So listen to what we're saying. Don't just be like, oh, maybe I'll do the next program that they have. I'm very busy right now.
Gertrude.
on! What are we doing? Okay, I need to go ahead.
So, guys, expectations is like oh man, do I love talking about expectations because, all right, I say it a lot, but for those of you that have not heard my little soapbox about weight loss, okay, if you go, it's a great analogy though, all right? And I know about weight loss and all of this stuff here. So if you go to the gym every single day for a week, say you have a 50-pound goal, like you want to lose 50 pounds, okay? Most of you have never wanted to lose 50 pounds, but this girl has. I want to lose, say, 50 pounds. You go to the gym every single day, you're eating right, you're doing everything that you should be by the books, you're working hard, you're putting in the time day in and day out. You step on the scale and you have not lost that 50 pounds a week later, okay? You've only lost, say, 5 pounds. Are you going to quit because you had an unrealistic goal or unrealistic expectation of you're going to do what you got to do this whole week and it's all going to fall into place? You're going to hit your goals? No, that's unrealistic expectations. In this business, you have to have the expectation of being in this for the long run, okay? You guys know you see so many people coming in and out and in and out. Are you going to be one of those people? You have to have the expectation that this is going to take time. You have to build a business, you guys. You have the expectation your business is going to go up and down. It's the ebb and flow of direct sales. But you can't have the expectation that your business is going to work if you're not. You cannot have the expectation of you can put in, a week's worth of effort or work in a month and that you're going to build anything consistently or of substance, because you're not. You can't. You have to have realistic expectations when you're setting your goals. Dream as big as you want, dream as big as you can, but your goals, be realistic, have good expectations with that, and expectations about this business and what it entails. This is not a get rich quick. And if it was, you guys, you're looking for the wrong thing. This is not get rich quick. This is an actual job. So you have to have the expectation to treat it as a job and put in the work like a job. Just because you don't have to punch in and out, and just because somebody's not standing over you, does not make it real. So have the expectation that you're going to have to put in effort and time and consistency, even when you don't feel like it, even when you'd rather do something else, even when you're not seeing the results, and have the expectation that I still have to work because I'm not going to see the results if I don't put in that work, even when I don't feel like it, even when I'm working as hard as I can and I don't see the results every single day. You're not going to see results every single day in this business. You're just not. Just like if you were going to the gym and eating healthy every single day, you would not see results you're not going to look in the mirror and be like, oh my gosh, I can get in that bikini now, girl. Like never, you guys. It's been 3 years for my weight loss journey, 3 years, but I have that expectation and I know that I'm not going to be able to get in a bikini this year. Like that's unrealistic. So have the same expectations about everything in life, but this business, have the expectations that this will pay you back if you put in consistent effort and try.
Absolutely. So with expectations too, something that we really should be focusing on every single day is, we're going to do the things that most people don't want to do or they choose not to do. So life is going to go on either way. And to kind of go along the gym theme, because Colleen and I like to do a lot of examples related to the gym and fitness and health, because we love to talk about our weight loss journeys, and Colleen's been super successful. So give yourself some credit there.
Thank you.
When you sign up for the gym, no one's going to force you to go to the gym. So you can do this whole January join special. I pay $10 and that's it per month. And then you don't go to the gym. It's doing you no good. There's no change there. So be the person that you said you weren't going to be last year. Okay. Same thing happens when you sign up to join Scentsy. That kid's doing you no good if it's just sitting in your house. So it's not going to work for you. You have to go out and want it more than the old you, than the person next to you, than the person that told you you couldn't do it. You have to put those negative people out of your mind, out of your ear sight, whatever, and just keep focused on that goal that we talked about in the beginning and do the work. Have realistic expectations. This is not an overnight success story. If it was, we'd all be millionaires. Like ridiculous
Everybody
millionaires. And because we've been in it for now 5, 6, 7 years, most of us. And, you know, we wouldn't have a lot of the same struggles, right? And that's the thing, that's the beautiful part of this, is that we have the same struggles you guys do. We're no different. But it's about how you take it and learn from it and grow from it. And how you handle things and react and just say, it's not going to get me done. I'm just going to be on to the next. Keep moving. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable in your business. Get comfortable with talking to more people. Because like Colleen said, this is a party planning business, guys. You're not going to build customer base by sitting in your house posting memes on Facebook. Okay? Yeah. You're going to build customers by booking parties. Whether they're online, home, whatever it works, fundraisers, there's plenty of ways to get PRV. Figure it out. Build that customer base. Treat people with kindness. Bring it back to Scentsy. Gift everyone Scentsy, right? We can talk about all this down the road. But treat people with kindness, the basics. Build that customer base. And you're going to find yourself saying, holy crap, I actually met 30 new people this month that I didn't know I had in me to talk to that many people. Guess what? Before you know it, do that every month. You're going to have a successful business. It's okay to hear no, you're not going to die. Okay? You're not going to die. You've been through way worse in your life than someone telling you they can't host a party. So just stay true to yourself and remember that.
So good. All of it. All of it is so good. Okay. So I think we're about done, right, y'all?
Yep.
Okay. So we talked about dreams, goals, and expectations. So do you want me to tell them what the homework is, or should we post it?
We can post it. Yeah.
Let's
Post it? Okay. So we're going to have homework for tomorrow. So y'all need to be thinking really, really hard about what we talked about in the beginning about dreaming really, really deep and really big. And then we're going to kind of build everything off of that, because just like Colleen said at the beginning, if you have a dream that is so rooted in the ground, you will fight like a crazy person to get that dream. You will. And nothing's going to get in your way. You're not going to make excuses. You're not going to make excuses for your business. You're not going to make excuses about being too busy, about your life getting in the way. You're not going to, I mean, you're going to give up things that you didn't, like, I can't tell y'all how often I watch TV. I don't watch TV very often. When I'm in ride or die, like, I'm going to build my business mode, which is the mode that I really like to be in, to be very honest. I don't watch a lot of TV. When I'm home, I'm either with my boys or I'm working. Mm-hmm. That's something that I realized that I just had to give up. Like, if I watch 20 minutes a night, fine. But I'm not going to sit there and binge Netflix all day, every day. I'm not going to get my dreams that way. Like, I'm just not going to do it. So you're going to learn along the way. You might have to give up a little something. You know what? In the long run, it's so worth it.
Yes.
Pauline paid off 4 credit cards this year because of Scentsy. It's worth it. Colleen bought her forever home because of Scentsy money, y'all. Like, that's insane.
Well,
and it makes me want to cry. And I'm not going to
starter home. My starter home.
But it was on your dream board.
It was on my dream board.
And it was in your face.
It was your dream,
yeah.
You know? And like, she did that because of Scentsy, because she had a dream so rooted. She was willing to put in the time, and she did, y'all. They both did. So I think that's that. We cannot wait to see you on the next call. We're super excited about this program. And don't give up on us.
And I think that we should just do a real quick, let them know, hi. You have a little friend behind you. So that everyone watching this now knows how the next 2 calls are going to be. It's not going to be lengthy, like Zoom call, correct?
Yes.
So just
Yes.
so that they can tune in at different times. Do you want to run that
Yes.
by them real quick? Okay.
Yes. So we are going to do, instead of doing big calls together, we're going to do separate lives throughout the day, which I'm super excited about because I think it's going to be really good. So we're going to do the calls at 8, 12, and 4 on those days. And I'll post the outline on this page. That way everyone knows kind of the outline and how it's supposed to run. But the next call is going to be, what is it on? PRV, right?
PRV, yep.
PRV is first. Okay, so we're going to talk about PRV, but we're going to go at different times, 8, 12, and 4 throughout the day on a live video on this page instead of doing one big call like this. So if you get on that call a little bit late, it's totally fine. Make sure that you put replay underneath it so that we can see that you guys are watching it, because we want to know who's watching. We want to know who's engaging, because that's important to us. We want to know that we're doing the right thing for you guys and that we're training you guys in the right way and that you're involved and you're participating, because if you are, good for you.
Tag your teammates, you guys. Get involved. Get your teammates involved. I mean, we're here as your leaders to help you. So let's go, you guys. Tag your teamies and get on board.
Done, son.
All right, guys.
Yeah. Bye.